Hello everybody, and welcome to the next video in the Create Better Content series where I show you how to tap into your creativity so that you never run out of content ideas again. My name is Penny, and I'm going to be your guide through this unique creative content development process. I'm going to teach you how to create more engaging content to put on your social media posts, more amazing content that you want to share on your sales pages, and some remarkable content that you can put into your email messages, and all of these things combine to help you reach more qualified customers. And if you want to learn more about creativity and how this can help you develop your content marketing plans, I would love to see you hit that button below and subscribe to this channel. And below, down in the description box, you're going to see a couple of links. The first link that you'll see is from my book called I Just Did a Thing. And in my book, I go into the detail about all of the science behind why tapping into your creativity is going to help you with your content creation, steps you can take, exercises that you can experience so that you can understand what it really feels like to go through this process and come out on the other side with these amazing content ideas. The second link that you're going to see is so that you can subscribe and join us in the Create Your Business program and personally go through this process. And you can develop remarkable content in a supportive group online space. And you can see what happens to your marketing strategy when you're not doing this alone and you're doing this together with other like-minded business owners. So today's video. Today we're going to keep talking about email marketing campaigns. And I want to get real specific about the email marketing campaign itself. I want to talk about the actual content ideas that will go into your plan. You know, the content that you will create that will create an email sequence. The content that you're going to create to move people through that customer buyer's journey. You know, what is it that you're going to do? How you're going to do this? What is your plan to reach more potential customers who have opted into your email list? So that's what we're going to go through today. Because here's the thing, folks. I totally get this. Constantly creating, is just tough. and you don't have to do this just by running some search on ChatGPT. So I want to share with you some email campaign ideas for you to try out with your list. And also know, as a side thing, as I'm going through this, you can also look to your inbox for inspiration. Take a look at some of the emails that you've subscribed to and look at the way that they've promoted their products or services. As I go through these campaign ideas, think about another business that you might be following, or you might have in the past, or you still might have their stuff in your email, so that you can actually see this in action. You can see how somebody how you downloaded something and then you had an email sequence that moved you through this process, that maybe you ended up in an upsell situation, or maybe you joined a group, or maybe you just started following somebody on social media because of what they said and what they did in their email list. So think about it from that perspective as I start moving through these ideas. And I also want you to think about it as I get to every one of these ideas. How can you innovate these to work for your business? So the first idea that I want to talk about is something called product or service, depending upon if you have a product or a service, education. And so your email content is going to talk about how your products or services fit into your customers' everyday lives. Think about what's challenging your customers. What is some problem that they're chasing down? And is there educational information or advice that you can offer? So this email itself is education first and then promotion second. So don't take that out of sequence here, because we want to make sure that what we're doing is we're creating content that's easy to scan. It's got valuable information, and of course at the very end of it, then we can add in a strong call to action link for related content. If this person wants to get more information, go to your website, sign up for this, do this. But we want to make sure it's initially education first. And so if you're thinking about how to use this idea, some things that I would, want to share with you is a way that you could do educational email marketing. Let's see here. We could explain a routine or share a customer story with one of your products. That's a really good way to be sharing this kind of information in a relatable storytelling type of way. You could highlight a customer's day in the life, and as they're moving through their day in the life, what is it, a product or a service that you actually have that you were selling them, that's a step in their workflow. So think about how you can incorporate it like that without it just being totally 100% promotion, promotion, promotion. It's about education with this type of campaign. Another type of campaign that you could look into is like sharing a webinar or a video series. And I know that we do these a lot, but here's the thought that I have with moving this into more of an email type of marketing. Instead of creating like one mega size webinar on this massive topic, think about how you can use your email list to promote like a series of webinars or a series of video series, on specific subtopics. So if you've got your main topic here, what would have been those subtopics that you would have been adding into that big, huge, massive size webinar? And then break those down into individual videos or break those down into smaller 15-minute webinar type of things, class on demand, really quick type of information. And when you break this content into shorter segments, it makes it easier to consume, especially for people who don't have a lot of time to sit there for like a whole hour and watch you do a workshop, even if they're watching the replay. And you can use your email marketing list. You can use this as an email marketing campaign. You would send people to a landing page, to give your list more information about the mini webinars or the video series or however you break this out. And then you can give them the details about what they want to decide to even tune into. So this is a really, really great way to start sharing. Again, it's very educational. And again, it's education first, promotion second. But it's a fantastic way to engage your email list and let them know more about your authority is, I guess, is a good way of looking for it. The word I'm looking for is authority. Your authority on this topic, how you're able to not just talk about the broad things, but you can narrow it down into something very specific, which can give them actionable growth steps that they can take right then and there. And so that's going to be a really, really strong opportunity for you to connect yourself even more to people on your email list. So some things that you can do if you want to engage in this type of campaign idea is, let's see, you could send like a content roundup, about a topic or common question. What are the things that you have already that you can send them to, for more information on this topic, read this blog post. If you would really want to dig into this, a little bit more of this process, watch this video. It's always a good lead-in to be promoting your landing page and webinar, but it's also really, really good content for your email list so that you're not just promoting. You're also engaging with them and giving them some more education along the way so that they get to that place where they're like, I really do want to see this webinar. I really do want to watch this video series because I want to learn more about, X, Y, and Z or whatever the topic is that you're going to be sharing with. Another thing that you can do with this type of campaign is to create like a free drip email course, where they sign up and they want to learn more. So it's not them having to show up on time or anything, show up for a webinar or show up for the workshops or anything like that. But when they sign up, it gets automatically dripped to their email, and it's more of an email course where maybe they'll have a workbook and then they'll watch a video, and then they can go to the next email will come and it'll be another workbook and they can watch the email. So it helps them kind of learn at their own pace, but you're still engaging with them. You're still showing them your authority, and it's all happening in your email. And a bonus for this, if you do something like this, make sure that your program allows you to tag these subscribers who engage with this type of free drip email course, because it would be great for you to know that the people who signed up for this type of stuff know that they are interested in learning more from you, know that they're interested in this topic. And so when you are ready to promote something, this is a really good tagged list of you for you to send out. Make sure that they are included in your email list, because they've already shown you by the fact that they signed up for the free drip email course that they are indeed interested in this information. Another thing that you can do with regards to this to promote, whatever it's the webinar or the video series or whatever it is that you decide to do, you can use your email to give them little snippets, from across multiple emails to let them see what they're going to experience. It could be like little snippets of a little, like a YouTube short or a TikTok video, something super small, something you'd see on Instagram Reels, really quick type of thing. I'm not talking about minutes, I'm talking about quick snippets so that they just get enough information to get them interested and to see, oh, this is what this webinar or this video series is going to be about. Oh, I'd love to learn more about this. And so all of these things combined would be some really great content ideas for you if you're going to use this type of marketing campaign. Another type of marketing campaign, which does very, very well through your email, are project updates. If you think about it from this perspective, your business is not successful without your customers. So if your success depends on your customers, it's a great idea to involve them in the progress of what you're working on. So think about how you can share updates in your email to show them what you're working on, something to get them excited for your launch or a release date of something. Give them behind the scenes peek at building excitement. You've got this amazing thing you're working on, and this is what we're doing, and this is what's something exciting for you to look forward to. So those are really good. This is a really good campaign, especially if you are planning a launch, or if you have got a product that you are going to be releasing, a service that you're going to be doing. And you can do all of this, again, through your email marketing. So think about how you can do things like, let's see, so behind the scenes stuff. You could do photos or quotes from people who are working with you or your team during this product development. You can do photos of as you're getting everything together for the launch. You can do quotes about your company's goals. You can give them lists of information like, this is the feature and this is how it's going to do this, like that kind of stuff. I think that people love all those behind the scenes things. That makes them feel like they're getting like secret access to something that's not already there, and it gives them that feeling of excitement and I get to see what's going on here. So give this a thought when you're thinking about doing your project updates, about how you can create an atmosphere in your emails that is lending itself to getting them engaged and getting them involved in what you're doing. You can also use your email during this process to talk about the stuff that you're doing really, really well. This really went well. I had this amount of people show up. We had this amount of success. When I launched, I ended up making X amount of dollars, and thank them for being involved and thank them for their support. People love to feel like they're a part of something. So if you can think about it from that perspective, these product updates are not about, hey, look at what I'm selling and this is what I'm going to be doing. It's more about, how can we get people involved and feeling like they're a part of this versus them watching you. And then when it comes out, they're like, oh yeah, you're selling me on something. So if we started from the very beginning to get them to be involved and get them engaged, by the time you do launch and the time you do hit that buy here button and you've got your landing page and everything back out there, they already know what you're talking about. They have seen snippets of it. They're excited about it, and you have a greater chance of actually converting more sales if you were to utilize some of these ideas with the email campaigns. Because here's the thing about these email campaigns. Even though they're kind of set up for different pieces and parts within your business, they all share these common qualities. They're helpful, educational. There's a purpose to them. And I want to stop here before I give you the rest of my list here. There's a purpose for them. So there's a purpose for this email message because it's going to lead to this, and it's going to lead to this, it's going to lead to this. And one of the things that I do with my clients when I talk about purposes, and if you don't really understand how this works, I tell them to get out a piece of paper and get out a pen and map it out. Hand map it out. If I do this and I go here, what happens then? What's then? What's the call to action? What do they do after that call to action? Purpose. Make sure that each piece of these emails, each piece of this content that you're sharing has a purpose. Okay, going back to my list here about common qualities. Let's see here. Valuable. And when you're doing this, and when you do this correctly, and you're really doing this from a sense of looking for engagement, what you're going to be doing there is you're going to be creating a connection with your list. More than me talking to you, I'm talking with you. So as you can see, there's a lot of different kinds of emails. And they're very effective when it comes to the different stages of your customer life cycle. We think about our customer buyer's journey, because we think about, awareness emails are all about making introductions, kind of like that welcome email that you send. Retention emails are those in the consideration stage. This is what we're working on. This is what we're doing. And then rewarding customers with like a customer code or a coupon code that gives them an extra push in the decision stage. So email is amazing for this kind of stuff, to help you move through this process and to help you move your customers through their customer buyer's journey. And within this video here, I know I've just shared with you a whole bunch of fantastic email ideas that I know that you can find a way to customize for your business. But before you jump in, start writing up your email copy, make sure that you map out that customer journey and see where it fits with these email messages. I want you to be very strategic and be purposeful in your approach. And when you target customers with the right kind of messages, and then they get it at the right time, those are those moments when we create more than just customers. We will turn them into our community. So thank you so much for joining me today on this creative journey. If you've enjoyed this content about creative content development, I hope you'll hit the share button and let's keep this conversation going. And if you're just done with doing this thing on your own and have been looking for help with your marketing strategy, I'd love to see you join us in the Create Your Business Group program. You'll get personalized feedback from your current marketing efforts, like your sales pages, your email sequences. We can even help you work through some of your content ideas. You'll get to participate in an online exchange of ideas with other like-minded business owners to help you maintain a steady flow of engaging content. And you'll stop working in a solo bubble and work in a collaborative space and get help with your current content marketing efforts. Here's the thing about the program. I've got your back, my friend, but the next move is yours. So click on that link below and join us in the Create Your Business program. You are magnificent, my friend, and let me be the first to say, I'm proud of you. Until next time.